Okay, Year 7. This element of art we're doing is texture, and it refers to the surface of a thing. That is the way it may feel if we touch it. It could be smooth, it could be bumpy. Here are some images, or there's two types. There's tactile and texture. Tactile ones you can touch, so we can touch these surfaces. You can touch the brick, you can touch the leaves, you can touch the fur. You can even see these in paintings. I've already put one example of Vincent van Gogh there, but this is also Starry, Starry Night. Now, Vincent van Gogh used a very amazing technique where he would build the layers up. You could see the textures, you could touch the textures. We call this expressionism. It was the next one on from impressionism. But you could take photographs too, and this is what we call texture. It can be seen, but it can't be felt because it's obviously a photograph. So patterns in marbles, photographs of natural surfaces, anything that shows texture, but it's a two-dimensional object, so you can't actually feel it. So artists use visual texture when they're drawing. Okay, so this is the new handout we're using. This one is called Texture. Okay, it's got little boxes down the bottom, so if you're at home you can find different textures. So I've used a coin here. Place the coin under one of the squares. Use a 4B or a 6B pencil. You want quite a soft pencil. And then rub over the top of the object while it's underneath the paper. And what you'll find that whatever the object is, any of the raised areas of the object will come out on the paper. So that was a coin. So as you can see the actual 50-cent coin on the paper. What's something else you could find at home? You could use a key. So I've grabbed a key. And I'm doing the same thing. I'm placing it underneath the paper. I'm going to see if I can work out where it is on the square. So I feel it on the square. And I get the pencil. You use the pencil on a side angle. You don't want to go straight down because it will rip through the paper. You want it to sort of slide back and forth over the paper. It doesn't have to be neat. It doesn't have to stay exactly in the square. Okay? And again, you've got an abstract image, but you can see the texture. Okay, so now I'm walking around outside. Okay, so I found the top of a rubbish bin lid, and you can see the texture on the lid. Feel it, find it, place the square over it, and rub your pencil over the top. Now you've got about 10 squares to use. Okay, I've used a grate here. Again, I felt it. I place a square over it, I work out where it is, take my pencil and go over the top. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but that's okay. The whole idea of this is to show a variety of textures. Sometimes you can get more than one off the same object, and I'll do this a few times in this video. Some of them work better than others. Like, look at that one. That one looked really good. And that's off the sewage drain. And now I'm going to use the squares. So sometimes you may find more than just one texture in the one place. Alright, so now I'm going to be using the letters and that on the time machine. It's not really a time machine. But see, look, that didn't work. But that's all right. So now I've moved it over, and the school emblem's underneath there. So I'm going to rub over the top of that, see if that works. And look at that. I can see the emblem now. How cool is that? All right, so there's Captain Jack, good friend of mine. Bit of a pirate, but he's okay. Bit of a swashbuckler. You may have seen him at parties. He often comes to school quite many times. Ex-student. And look, I can get the CK from his name. All right. It's off one of the tables. Brickwork. This one was hard to do. Balancing. Okay, so again, feel for it. Find the texture underneath. And rub your pencil over it. You'll feel it as it bumps over the top. You can see it doesn't take me long to find all these different textures. And we just rub them Look at that. There we go.